Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some coffees from the original donut shop. We have the Twix, Milky Way,
and Snickers.
We have actually reviewed the Twix and the Snickers in the past. The Milky Way, though, is new. It's a new flavor, and so we figured we would compare these. You know, you have 3 different candy bars that are kind of closely related, but they have their little differences, so we figured we would see if you could really taste the difference. These were $7.49 a box at each at Kroger for 12. Now, is that a good deal?
I don't know, I'd have to divide it out.
Okay, $7.49.
I think it's a little high.
Okay, so
I like to pay about 50 cents a cup, so.
Yeah, Kevin likes to keep that price low. So we're gonna try the Twix first. It says, treat yourself to the tantalizingly twice as nice taste of Twix flavored coffee with the familiar flavors of creamy milk chocolate, gooey caramel, and a touch of toasted shortbread sweetness. You want to try it first?
Okay. So $6 would be like 50 cents a cup, and this is 7 something. So it's definitely more expensive than you put in. It's definitely more expensive than I like to pay, but.
Oh, and I'll show you. And just in case you don't have a Keurig coffee maker, this is what they look like. These little pods.
Yeah, with like an aluminum foil top. And I made these with our normal sweetener and powdered creamer like we always make our coffee.
Yes.
So it's to our taste. You don't drink it the way you drink
Yes. Of course, if you use the liquid creamer, most people buy a flavor of liquid creamer. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to use that with this because then you're not going to get the flavor of the Twix. So what do you think?
It's okay. It has that kind of fake chocolate flavor. But I do get something very sweet. I'm assuming it's the caramel flavor.
Yes, that's what I'm tasting. I'm getting, the caramel to me is very, very sweet and strong.
Right, I think that's the strongest flavor is the caramel.
Yes, but it also has, I don't mind it and I could drink it, but it does have a very distinct artificial flavor to it.
And I think it's that artificial chocolate kind of flavor.
So,
which is kind of like Tootsie Roll in some of them, but this is not as bad as that. This is a much lighter flavor.
No, for me, I'm not getting the chocolate at all. I'm only getting the caramel. Yeah, I'm just tasting caramel. And I'm sure there's other things that make it sweet too, but for me, I'm just getting that strong caramel. And it does kind of taste, there's an artificialness to it that others don't have. But then again, I don't mind it. Like, I could drink that.
I don't drink flavored coffee usually, but it's not too bad.
So now this is the new flavor. This is the Milky Way. And it says, get ready to dive headfirst into a cup of donut-inspired coffee. We stack flavors on top of flavors to reimagine the limits of coffee and turn every day into a delicious treat. So drink up and set your taste buds to discovery mode. It says, the best way to coffee, Milky Way flavored coffee, of course. Treat yourself to a galaxy of rich chocolate and creamy caramel flavor in every cup. So the Twix was supposed to have a cookie flavor. Yeah, a biscuit flavor. And then this one is just supposed to be caramel and chocolate. It's very, very different.
Yeah, I don't really get either one of those things, chocolate or caramel.
Very different.
It does taste different than regular coffee, but it doesn't have that sweet like caramel flavor that the first one had, the Twix did. And
that's amazing how much sweeter that Twix is.
Yeah, the Milky Way just really tastes more like just coffee.
The Twix seems twice as sweet as the Milky Way.
It's funny, and I think it all comes down to that caramel.
And the caramel in the Twix is like ultra strong, and the Milky Way
it fools your brain into think you're drinking something really, really sweet. I don't get much from. I mean, the Milky Way is just kind of boring.
The Milky Way. If we were to do this review again, I probably would have reviewed the Milky Way first because. There is flavor there. There is caramel flavor there.
I don't even get caramel.
I do get caramel. I do think it's caramel, but it's much, much lighter. This is a lighter. If you've bought the Twix and you like the Twix, then you might have to adjust yourself with a cup or two before you're fully able to enjoy it. Because I drink flavored coffee, and it's like that for me. If I'm used to a whole box of a certain flavor, and then I switch to a new flavor, then it's like, oh, this is an adjustment period. It might not be as sweet as what I just finished with, but then once you've drank a couple of cups, it's like you're used to it. I do think it's that way for this Milky Way. I think that I do get the caramel, and I do get some sweetness there. It's just not as near as sweet and powerfully caramel as the Twix.
Yeah, I don't get any caramel.
Okay. So I know, a long explanation, but I'm trying to explain my feelings to you.
Yeah,
okay.
I get it's mostly regular coffee, but it does have a flavor, but I don't know what it is. I wouldn't identify it as chocolate or caramel, but...
This is the Snickers, and spoiler alert, I have bought this again and again because I like it. It says, unwrap a little sweetness in your everyday with the always satisfying, deliciously gratifying flavors of Snickers. Creamy milk chocolate, gooey caramel, and just a touch of nuttiness.
You know, it's ridiculous how they describe these because they're making, go ahead. They're making you think you're gonna get this really good, like almost chocolate, like you're eating a candy bar and all this stuff. You're not getting any of that stuff. I don't care how good the flavored coffee is. None of them are really that great.
What makes that one different is the touch of nuttiness.
Yeah, you do get, that's mostly what I get out of that.
Yes, it's like nutty.
Peanut. It's not even peanut, it's just nutty, yeah.
Nutty, yeah. And I love peanuts. I love all kinds of nuts, you know, macadamia nuts and
cashew.
Brazilian nuts and cashew, almonds and pecans, and I just like all kinds of nuts. All but the black walnut. Okay. The black walnut can go far, far away. That's me flicking it.
That and pistachios for me.
Oh, no, see, I like pistachios. But that's what makes the Snickers different, is because you do get that nutty flavor and the underlying, for me, as far as chocolate goes, I actually taste the chocolate in that, whereas the other two, I really didn't get a lot of the chocolate.
I get chocolate. I don't get chocolate in any of them.
Kevin talks, and I do too, have talked about a little bit of that Tootsie Roll flavor. To me, the Snickers does have that a little bit, but I think it's you get more of the nutty flavor, and that's why I like it so much.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. We don't go taste change, and so I don't remember what I said about the Twix at the time, but I do like all three of these, and I do like the Milky Way. I think it's the lightest flavor here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, mm-hmm. I think it's the most like regular coffee.
It's if you wanted a flavored coffee that's on the light side, yes, that would be the one to go for.
One thing I do have to say though is none of them are like a bitter coffee. They're all smooth,
sweet, like
a medium roast coffee. It's not really like a bitter strong coffee. It doesn't even hardly taste like coffee. It just has flavors in it.
And we keep saying the word sweet. That could come down to us using sweetener in each one. We do use sweetener, so I didn't want to try it without sweetener because
we don't like black coffee.
I want my coffee with the flavor packet, you know.
Like I said, you make yours the way you would normally make coffee. That way, it's adjusted for your sweetness level.
Yes, but I like all of these. I really do. I will probably, as far as the order that I will drink them in, I'll probably drink the Milky Way first because it's the less sweet. And then
it's the lightest flavor too.
The lightest flavor. I didn't mean less sweet. I meant lightest flavor. I'll probably drink the Milky Way and then the Twix and then the Snickers.
Yeah. But I don't drink flavored coffee. I like regular coffee. This doesn't change my mind.
Mm-hmm. So do you not have if you had to drink one,
I would probably pick the Milky Way
cup
because it tastes more like just coffee to me. But only for that reason. This one, I don't want to be drinking peanuts, and I don't want to be drinking caramel. Although the caramel's good, I just still don't want to be drinking it. And that had that artificial flavor, just a little bit of it in the Twix. Whereas the Milky Way really doesn't taste like much of anything to me.
Honestly, out of the three, the Twix is probably my least favorite because it does have an artificial caramel flavor. I would either choose for a cup either the Snickers or the Milky Way. I really do like them both. If I want nuttiness, I'd go for Snickers. If I want just a milk chocolate caramel, then I'm going to go for the Milky Way. But the Twix would be my last choice just because it does have that little bit of artificialness to it. But you'll have to let us know if you try any of these. I know Walmart, we bought these at Kroger. Kroger's really good usually about getting, when the original donut shop comes out with new flavors, that's where you usually see them first. I know back when the Snickers first came out, that's where I saw it.
I think these are made by Keurig.
Was it Kroger?
Yeah.
So, but I have since, like months and months after, seen these at Walmart. So, if you don't have a Kroger in your area and you're not seeing the Milky Way in Walmart, just give it 6 months and I would say it'll be in Walmart.
Yeah, these are made by Keurig.
Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.